So you're here with Clipson. How's it going, brother?
All good, bro.
Good stuff. So what's been happening with you, bro? Talk to me. What's new? What's been popping?
Yeah, so this year I've come out with a new EP, Lightwork EP. So it's a 4-track Grime EP. It's just a warm up for more music that I'm going to be bringing out later on in the year. So it's just something to get people on board, create a bit of a demand, and obviously I haven't released any music on digital platforms. So it was like the first release on a digital platform, and to get everybody back on board. Really.
Did you do that on purpose, or just naturally you just waited for the right time? Or?
It was. I think it got to a point where people was demanding music from me. And like I got to a stage where I had music there and I hadn't put it out, so I was like, I need to give something to them, and it needs to be on the right platform. So at least I start the year as I mean to go on. So yeah, man. I mean, I planned it. I did plan for it to come out earlier, but I think February was, in the end, it was the right time for me to get it out. So yeah, man. I mean, it all come to plan.
Yeah. Are you happy with it?
I am happy. I mean, there was supposed to be 5 tracks.
Yeah.
And 1 track had to get taken off. And it was a track that people will see in the Starboard live sessions.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was happy, man. It's Lightwork. It's the name of the EP is Lightwork, and basically the theory behind it was that it wouldn't take me much to get this project done. The levels that I'm showing on there is just basic box standard levels for me. So I wanted to give them that basic thing first, and then the stuff after that would be more intense and more substance.
So if people don't know, you've been doing grime and music for quite a while. You're not new to this.
No.
Like, what's kept you going and staying pure to the grime essence? Because you hear the stuff, grime's dead and grime's this, and then it comes back. Like, what's kept you with the essence and kept it consistent?
Do you know what? I just feel like grime was something that I grew up listening to and being a part of, so it's installed in me. Almost like if you're a hip hop fan, you had Biggie and Tupac installed in you from young, and people like that. So it's just something that brings out a different sort of energy in me. Yeah. And I feel like I could keep that up just because of the talent that I've got. I can keep adapting to how the time changes and the music changes. So I've just stayed like that. I mean, sometimes I might go hot and cold with it. So you might not hear much from me, or I might not be as active. But that was before, whereas now I'm just active and I've got that energy. So I just feel like, when you believe in yourself and you know you've got a talent, you can keep producing time after time. And that's basically how I've managed to keep myself about.
So for people that, I don't know how they won't know you, but don't, can you give them just a background of like where you started, where you've been and where you're at now? Just give them a bit of a timeline. So
briefly, basically started in the grime scene with More Fire Crew, Fire Camp. So I featured on the single No, Fire Camp No, Fire, Fire. So they was quite like hype tunes from the Channel U days. So I'm from the Channel U era, the pirate radio era. 2009, about 2009, I made the decision to part ways with Fire Camp because I really wanted to do more of my own sort of music and branch out there more. And that must have been a tough decision because they're doing a lot of stuff and blowing up. So for you to take that conscious decision and say, you know what, I'm going to focus on myself, that must have been a big deal at young age. I mean, it was a hard decision because at the same time, they're my brethren, so we was quite close. So it was one of them ones where it was like, if I'm going to branch off and leave, then there's that sort of time that I would have spent with them, and like that sort of space I was pulling myself out of. And egos, when you've got a crew, there's a lot of egos. So some person might think, because he wants to leave, does he think that he's better than the rest of us? And so I did go through a sort of stage where guys didn't really want to chat to me, or their energy was a bit different. But I just solely put that down to I was brave enough and to make the stance for myself and say, look, I'm going to go and do my thing. It's my time. And that's basically what happened. I mean, like I left. I felt like I needed to build up all the sort of links that I had built with Fire Camp before, because everything was really given to us on a plate. And once I'd left, I had to rebuild and connect with people in the scene and establish myself as a solo artist. So that's what I'd done, and that's literally taken me up to where I am now. But I mean, in between, I've done Lord of the Mics in 2011. So I Clash jamming. That was just like, for me, that was light work as well. It was just something I've been doing that throughout grime, throughout my time in grime. I've been doing that clashing and sort of thing. So I done that, and I was like, this is something good to put on my music CV and to gain respect from my peers in the scene. So I done that. Straight after that, I released Mind of a Grime Star. And that mixtape was like, that was a free download thing, but like I had, in the first month, I had 10,000 downloads for that. So I was just like, raw, like, I need to start putting music out. So that was like the conundrum from there.
Yeah.
Getting it out, getting it on the right platforms.
Yeah.
And that sort of led me up to this space now.
Yeah.
And then obviously right before this time, let's say about 4 years ago, I linked up with Rage, Craze, Top Dollar. So we got the Slew and Mafia thing going on. Yeah. And basically me and Rage was brethrens. We live in the same area, so it's more or less just linking up, and it was like, we're going on radio together. Yeah. People was asking the question, is Clipson in Slew them? Yeah. And at the time I said, no, I'm just team, like, it's just man them. And then it was like, what is everybody else doing? Yeah. And it didn't really link to what we wanted to do, so we just said, look, let's push Slew and Mafia. And we brought out the Math EP last year. Yeah. We've got the Math EP 2, Everything Slapway coming out this year. Okay. So we're active working, so just trying to get the projects in and just get music out there, man. I need my, like, when I look at my Spotify profile, I'm like, right, I need more music and more of a catalogue for people to
Is that something you look at a lot in terms of, like, with the streaming stuff and the people looking at views? Is something that you look at a lot, or are you more about just getting the content and make sure the bar works there and I'm consistent?
To be honest, for myself, I try to pay attention a lot to streams and views and all of that stuff, just to get a gauge of how many people are actually locked in. Yeah. So what sort of fan base have I got? Like Spotify, I'm sure the other platforms give you this information as well, but you can see which countries and where your streams are coming from, your audience and that sort of thing. So at the moment, I've got like over 150 countries where people are streaming my music. So I know that I've got a fan base or a demand to get it out. So my thing is just getting the music out. Yeah. So I know the music's quality, 100%. So it's just about getting it out. Cool. But yeah, any artist that says that they don't pay attention to views and all of that stuff, they're lying. Yeah. Because you have to. You have to know.
Insight as well.
Yeah, you have to.
Fair play. I mean, so away from the music, who's winning the league?
Alright. City are winning the league. I reckon City are winning the league this season. I'd say Liverpool will win the Champions League, but I want Tottenham to win the Champions League. Because I got family that are Tottenham supporters in it, so it's emotional times for them. They've never seen their team in the Champions League final, but I feel like City will get the league, Liverpool will get the Champions League, Arsenal will get the Europa League.
I like that talk.
Yeah, I said to my brethren Rage yesterday, I said, listen, man, I can't have Chelsea winning no trophies.
I can't have Tottenham winning no trophies.
Oh, that's what it is. I'm sitting on the fence. My team's dead right now, so all I can do is just sit on the fence and watch. You get me? Yeah.
So if I was to tell someone who Clipson was, what would you want me to say about Clipson? How would I describe Clipson to someone?
Firstly, you can say that Clipson is one of the greatest artists to come out of the country. I'm a down-to-earth person. I'm proper humble. Like, I've got love for everyone. I've got respect for different cultures and all that sort of thing. Like, I'm a genuine person. Yeah. But my talent hasn't been. The bulk of my talent hasn't been found yet. Yeah. And people haven't seen that yet. So I'm definitely someone to look out for, someone to get on board with my music from now, because what's about to happen is going to be very, very special. Big. So yeah, man, I've got a lot of self-belief in myself, and my people around me, my peers, they all boost my confidence, and they give me the real information. They keep it 100 with me. If something's not right or something's not quite there, they tell me. Yeah. And if something's big and something is levels, they tell me. So I've got right people around me, and yeah, man, I'm cultured.
Big. Cool. There's no better way to wrap it up. Thanks for your time, Clipson.
Respect,
appreciate it, brother.
Cool.
Right. You're natural with it, Chris.
Try.
Yeah. Thank you for your silence.
Oh shit. You got your... No, is that...
You're done.
Yo, Clipson official Starboard live sessions, yeah? East London's finest, Rutherford Forest's finest. Yeah. Yo.
Yeah. Do it for the love and I do it for the grime. Yeah. Livers and above, man, I got vibes. Jump in a booth and start my ting, it's gonna be live. 140, I get deep on mic. 140, I hear man say Grime is dead, so I'm gonna vent. See, I brought the flow that I met man flex. Calm down, you know I set levels. 03 to 04, I was on deck. I see a young scene grow. Wiley Kano plus DW on the mic, the control is mad. I was 16 when I first got brang. I remember my first reload, a young man. I was a boy back then doing grime, but now I'm a man. Got a flow that's ascended 15 years cause it bangs. See, I got plans. Lyrically run up on a tune and spray the whole can. Me, I'm on fire. Levels on my set them higher. Yeah, do it for the love and I do it for the grime. Yeah, levels and above, man, I got vibes. Jump in a booth and start my ting, it's gonna be live. 140, I get deep on mic. 140, I get
Next
deep
time
on
you
grime. Grime, better mention me. Clipson, I met them pagans flee. Picked up a phone call from my boy Toasted. He told me it's Pete when I jump on beat, so I came here, I'm top. Lord of the mic, I'm a Ross, not champ cuz. Yeah, I got history and why I ain't blown yet, it's still a mystery. But it's 140, my control. When you're talking grime, no, I'm involved. Man, I'm on a level that they can't keep up with. No time for the slow, no time for the host. Time for the beats and the bars. When you deep in the art, you will see that I'm hard and I'm destined to blow. Levels on above, let's go. Yeah, do it for the love and I do it for the grime. Yeah, levels on above, man, I got vibes. Jump in a booth and start my ting, it's gonna be live. 140, I get deep on mic. 140, I get deep on grime. I was on set, I was on stage, Stratford Rex. I was on TV before the net, then MySpace days from I swear was a mess. Look, I was on Westwood, I was on Logan. Them times there I dropped potent. Go back and check out the YouTube vids, then tell me a man's not chosen. I said tell me a man's not grimy. When I jump in a tune so nicely. And I'm humble as fuck, but I swear to the Lord that a man don't wanna come try me. I keep it grimy, rep for that slew them math, so you know that it's real bad man that's standing beside me. But it's peace and love that we send round here, fam. Cool, calm, airy. Yeah, do it for the love and I do it for the grime. Yeah, levels and above, man, I got vibes. Jump in a booth and start my ting, it's gonna be live. 140, I get deep on mic. 140, I get deep on grime. Yeah, do it for the love and I do it for the grime. Yeah, levels and above, man, I got vibes. Jump in a booth and start my ting, it's gonna be live. 140, I get deep on mic. 140, I get deep on grime.